Hello, I'm Robert, and you're welcome here in my busy little shop. On today's episode of What's on My Workbench, I've got a tool here I want to talk a little bit about. Not long ago, I had a video where I received and opened this tool. But a little bit of backstory on that. One of my subscribers reached out to me and said that they'd given my name to the owner of this company, which is Amy Wilson, and said that I might be interested in trying the tool out. So I got a hold of Amy and I said, I'll review the tool if you want to send me one. So she sent this tool to me free of charge. And I've tried it now for a while. And I told Amy, I said, look, if you believe in your tool, then we're probably going to be okay. I said, if it works well for me, then it will be shown quite a bit. If it doesn't work well or it doesn't really fit into what I do, then you may not see it as much. So anyway, with all that said, this is by JP Tack Tool LLC. It's made here in the USA. It's got a soft rubber tip here to hold the Chicago screw while you tighten up the screw side of that. And it did come with a couple of replacement tips, and I looked and they're oh shoot, now I can't remember. I don't want to misquote. They aren't very much money to buy those. Maybe Amy will watch the video and you can, Amy, go ahead and type in more information if you want and I'll pin that comment. So look for that pinned comment. But anyway, I thought I would do a spotlight because I did the video of opening it and it was buried inside of another video. So I thought, based off of my initial experience with it, I would do that. Now, I'm going to test it on something today, and I'm not sure how it's going to work. I've got a belt here that I've been wearing for quite a while, and we're going to take these Chicago screws out and see how it works for that. And I'm a little bit nervous for Amy to see how that works because when I put the Chicago screws in, I typically use clear fingernail polish on the threads so that they don't back out. I like the clear fingernail polish with the little applicator. It works better to me than thread seal, easier to manage it. So we're going to undo that, and then I'll talk a little bit about my first thoughts and experiences on that tool. Boy, that's a long ramp up for a short video. So I do appreciate you taking time. Let's go over here in the workbench and we'll give this tool a try. So let's see if this will come out. Now, I tell you, this is going to be a tough challenge for it because typically that clear fingernail polish holds strong enough that I have to use a pair of pliers on here, which is hard to do without damaging the leather. So I'll be really excited to see if it works well. And I know that I think Amy's primary focus is in the horse tack community, and for doing maintenance on their equipment and repairing leather and such. And before I go any further, I looked on the website the other day, and the price is $24.95 for the tool. So let's see how this works. I've been wearing this belt now for I think 3 years, and in that length of time, I've not messed with the Chicago screws, so they haven't moved. I always align the Chicago screw thread part here, or the screwdriver part, with the belt, so then I can tell if it's moved. And so we'll give this a try. Are you holding your breath, Amy? I'm a bit nervous for you here. Let's see what happens. Dang. Okay. Maybe that's a good endorsement. The first one came out okay. Uh-oh. Oh, it broke loose as well. Huh. Well, Amy, I'm impressed with how the tool worked there. Typically, that's kind of dirty. When I assemble these, I'll put clear fingernail polish on there, and you can see some of the finishes gone here because sometimes I get a little bit generous with the clear fingernail polish and it gets outside of the screw. But I think all that helps keep it from moving, and it's never really bothered me that it's done that way. I guess my biggest thought and question is, do I trust just tightening the screw up, or do I go ahead and use a thread seal on there? And since belts are kind of my main thing, I'm not sure if I feel comfortable just trusting it without the clear fingernail polish or something on there to keep it from backing out. But when I tested this the other day on a new belt, I did one by hand and one with the tool, and without the tool I could not remove the one that I had tightened up with the tool, but I could remove the other one. We'll try that again now. So I'll line it up there, and you saw I didn't put any clear on there. And this one, I won't use the tool. I'll just tighten it up by hand. And I tighten it up just squeezing as hard as I can on the back side. And then, you know, typically I can remove it. It usually takes a little bit of work, but there it loosened up. And on this one, when I tested the other day, I was not able to get enough of a grip on it to undo it without the tool. So I don't know. Put in your comments, what do you think? Can I trust the tool? I mean, I think we buy this at the dollar store for a couple bucks. I know you think everything at the dollar store ought to be $1. So, you know, I can do a lot of belts with one jar of that. I don't know that I stopped putting the clear on there, but I will say this, that for working on the belts, I'll probably use this a bunch, because whenever I need to remove Chicago screws from a belt that you know, maybe I put the wrong buckle or somebody wants a different buckle on it, a lot of times it can be a challenge to get that apart, and I have ended up with some scratches on the front of the leather as a result of doing that. I've used typically pliers. I've had to use vice grips before and then throw out the Chicago screw, which, I mean, Chicago screws aren't a bunch of money, but you know, I'd rather not throw out anything, and I would definitely rather not damage the belt as a result of it. I'm just trying to concentrate, make sure I get that turned right. If anybody's curious, that buckle there is from the Buckle Guy. That's a matte finish buckle. I really have been happy with those buckles, and I talked not long ago about the Laramie buckle set from Tandy, that in the length of time I've worn this one, I would have worn through the plating on that. And we'll take a look at it real quickly here and see if there's anything on there. Give this a snuggin'. And I always say I align them this way. Early on, I probably boogered up a few of the Chicago screws, and I had some scratches on the leather as a result of that, and I didn't want to snag clothes, so I always align it that way, and if they're still lined up, then I feel pretty confident nothing's moved. But 3 years I've been wearing it, and I'm still, a little bit of the matte finish is gone, but the nickel plating is still all there. So that's been a really good buckle. But let's get back on this tool. Let me turn the camera around. We'll wrap up here. Well, I tell you what, I think really for a pretty simple tool, it does a big job. I wasn't convinced that it was going to remove the Chicago screws without additional work. So I'm happy with that. The soft rubber tip on there, I think, is important. It helps keep it from slipping. But I tell you what, I think really her bigger world, besides Chicago screws, is removing conchos. And you could spend a lot of money. I've had some people ask me for sterling silver conchos on their belts, and I've priced some, and you can spend a lot of money on those. So if you've got something like that on some of your tack or on a belt, I think something like this would really help, because the soft surface there, I don't think would damage it. It'd be pretty hard pressed to damage it with that. And you know, the more you press, I even tried, Amy, you cringe, but I tried to see if I could break it by you know, putting too much pressure on it, and maybe I didn't have enough area there, but it was about that far apart, and I pulled these, you know, quite a ways there. I exerted a lot of pressure, I'll just say that. So here's Amy's card again. I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll put a photo of the card on the closing screen here. And then I'll also put a link inside of the description of how to reach Amy. And then I was talking about these soft rubber tips, the replacement tips that go in here. And they're 50 cents a piece, so not a bunch of money. Maybe if you order the tool, ask for a couple of replacement tips while you're on the website. And then note to Amy, if there's anything you want to add to this, if you want to put in a comment, I can make that a pinned comment and it'll show there. So if you're watching the video, go ahead and check that out. Hey, give me a thumbs up if you like this content. If you're interested in tool reviews and such, let me know. And if there's a tool out there, well, I'll go easy, first ones. If there's something on my bench that you want me to talk more about, then let me know and I'll cover that. And if there's a tool out there you think I should be trying, then I'll do that as well. So I think I've covered everything there. I really do appreciate you being here today. I know it's a short video. Please like, share, and subscribe. But more importantly, I do hope you have a great day.